bikes. They're very much different. This one is 500cc. This is 300. This one has all-time four-wheel drive. This one has selectable four-wheel drive. This one has independent rear suspension. This one has a solid axle in the rear. This one has 5 gears. This one has high and low. This one also has the high and low for each gear. This one just has high, low, neutral, and reverse. So we're going to be comparing the two bikes. I'm going to tell you what I like about them, what I dislike about them, and then I'll show you guys them in some mud and whatever. But, so, we'll start with this bike here. I like this bike. I like the high and low because you can choose your, like, if you're in mud, you can throw it into low. I've had problems with the shifter. The shifter has got stuck in like low before and in high before, and you really gotta fiddle with it to get it right. This thing, one thing that I don't dislike about it, or one thing that I dislike about it is there's no real place to really mount a winch. If you wanted to mount a winch, you would just be able to mount it up under here or up here. This one I have up here for temporary times. I would like to get a real winch for this one. This is my dad's bike, so I don't want to put any money into it. But yeah, it's got, the other thing that's nice about it is it's got more power. It's got more CC. It'll pull more. It does a lot more things than, it's got a lot more speed than that one. The bike sits wider. It sits wider than that one, so your legs are a little bit more spread apart. So if you go to like drift it, you kind of got to lift up your leg and stuff. So, you know, but I do like the selectable four-wheel drive, because if you're not somewhere that you need four-wheel drive and you just want to have fun, you want to drift it, do donuts, you can do that easy. The lights on it are decent. I would like to get LEDs for it, but the speedometer on this one does not work. It's got some good amount of miles on it. It's got 402 hours, I think is what that is, so a good amount, but they are both 01s. This one has your pull start option. Things that I dislike about these bushings on all your ARs and in the rear go out insane. Like, the front ones were out, I replaced them. The rear ones are completely out too. The tires on it aren't as good as those ones because these are old. Belt driven. I don't like the belt driven because it slips and water gets in it. I need to find a way to seal that. If you guys you guys know how to seal it, let me know. But the look of the bike, this one looks good. I do think that this bike looks better. This seat is a little bit harder, but if you're riding two people, it'll work better because it's longer, and in the rear it's actually softer than up front. But yeah, it's got nice racks with the sides on them. I like the sides. I don't know if this comes in all of them, but I like the sides on them because you can put stuff in here and it doesn't slide around and slide off. But it's got stock exhaust right now, so it's pretty quiet like that. But yeah, that's basically that bike. This bike here, I do have some things done to it, like a snorkel, LED light bars. Not gonna say the stuff that I've really added to it, like a snorkel, because I can do that to that. The light bar, I can do that to that. But the winch, they actually make a mounting bracket here. They probably make one for that too. But this one is a lot easier to mount to. You actually have a spot. It's kind of tucked away. It's not, if you hit something, it's gonna get damaged. It's under here. The racks, don't like them because also these rack mounting bolts, these break off really easy. Like this side broke off, and then now it's held on by that side, but I didn't put the screw in for whatever reason. Also like this because the vent lines, if you do plan to snorkel it, all the vent lines are run under your seat. Another thing that I like about this is it's got a fuel gauge. so you can tell how much fuel you got in it. This one also has the pull start option, but the only thing that I like about this pull start is on the other side of this engine, there's a pressure release, I think, or compression release on it. So you pull that up and you can pull it, but you're not pulling as much compression on it. Like this one, you'd still be pulling as the 500cc, whatever the compression is on that. This one is a smaller engine and you're pulling less compression than how big it is. So that's really nice. Only thing that I dislike about this bike is these fenders. If you ever take these off, you can never get them back on here, that top fender thing, but the seat is more comfortable. This bike's all the time 4-wheel drive. Got your manual shifter, your foot shifter. I got your high and low. Bike has a solid rear axle. I do have a 2-inch lift kit on here. That tire's a little bit low in here, but I do have a 2-inch lift kit on here. In my snorkel, of course. But basically that's like this bike also has these mud flap things. They don't do too much. You know, they're kind of. Okay, they're kind of whatever. Like this one does protect you pretty good. This one, the wheels do stick inside of them more, so you do have a nice, you know, it's the side of them are smaller. If you are going to ride tighter trails, this is probably a better option. It's a lot smaller. If you're riding trails that were made for dirt bikes, like the smaller trails, this one would probably be better than this one. This one is a wider machine. But I do like this light on the handlebars, so you can point it where you're going instead of on this. You're just riding, but they're both pretty nice. But I'll take them in the mud to show you guys that. Got a mud pit back there. It's rained the past couple days and it's looking bad. Right now, it is so wet over here. It's terrible trying to ride these things over here. But yeah, the bikes I think look really nice. They're really nice bikes, I think. Honestly, these are two really good bikes. This bike, I don't like working on it. It's got some like weird. It's got some like weird things about it, but I'll save that for after we do the riding, and I'll tell you guys what I like what I really like about them and how they do in the mud and stuff, and which one I tell you to get. But this bike will run you about $3,000. This bike can run you from like, I mean, this bike you could probably get 2 to 3, 2 to 4 probably. What you can get this bike. This bike you can get probably like 800 to 2,000 on the high end. I got mine for 16, and it's a really nice bike. Starts up in the winter. You know, they both run very good. They both have to be choked whenever it's cold and stuff, but you know, like other four-wheelers. But yeah, they both are very nice. I like them both. But I'll go over at the end of what I really dislike and what I like about them. But yeah, so let's get into the riding, because this is boring talking about it.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, now there goes a sight from my soul, there goes a sight from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul.
Guys, so I got the four-wheeler out. Oh gosh, it's flipped upside down. Yeah. So I got the four-wheeler out. Had to hook up my winch, which I had to do in the mud. Wasn't very fun, but I got it out. Now we got to go through this, and we're gonna do the same stuff. Actually, we'll do this in that spot, and then we'll do that through here, and then we'll do that through here. Then we'll see which one does better. First problem, low ground clearance. What did I tell you guys? It wasn't making it through. See where that tire's sitting in? Yeah, she just high center. Alright. That's a light bike, I can tell you that one. Alright guys, since we're on this bike, we're going to take this bike through there. Now as you guys can see, both of these bikes did pretty evenly on that mud. So, I should also be getting waders very soon. I should be getting them sometime next week, and so I should be able to film a video riding at that creek on this thing. Oh shoot. And right now you guys are really loving these riding videos on this four-wheeler. So I'm gonna keep them coming to y'all. Now see how deep this thing is? That's a whole tire down in there. Come on. Alright, so right here we got stuck. I have been being able to make it out of here before, but I have to do something soon, so I am just trying to go as fast as I can. Alright. Winch is hooked up. Alrighty guys, so we had to do one spot there, and that was because of ground clearance. That's one thing I said. Ground clearance on this bike, well, I don't know if I said it, but ground clearance on this bike is going to be your biggest setback with that solid rear axle. Now, will the Polaris make it through? Holy crap, guys! This bike is an absolute beast! I'm gonna do that again. Guys, that was like absolutely nothing on this bike. It's that ground clearance, I'm telling you, and I bet it's that rear axle, which is the main thing. Because I know my rear axle gets caught in that mud. I know it does. This bike is amazing in this mud. You guys can see how big it drops and everything that I have. Oh no, now she ain't doing too great. One more challenge for it, which I know that I can do on my bike because I've done it. I don't have video of it, but I have done it. I don't have much time, so I'm not going to video it, but my bike is going back that way. That's how I first initially started riding this mud, is going this way. So we'll see if this bike can do it. Because the hardest part about going this way whew. Yeah, I don't think she'd make it. See that wheel? That's what happens. Alrighty. Alright guys, now this winch is a 2500. The winch on my bike is a 1500. Alright. Actually guys, I'm going to keep this thing around this because I don't think this thing is going to pull out of this hole here, because it's got to pull up the hill. You know, it's not just pulling out, it's got to pull up, which is the part that I think it's going to get caught on. not a hill, but gotta pull it out of here. Wow, she did. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and what I'm going to tell you guys now is those bikes, they're very different. And if you want a smaller bike, I would go with the Kawasaki. The heavier the bike, like the 500's nice because it's got the IRS in the rear, but honestly though, both bikes will probably make it through the same mud hole with enough work. The bayou, I just couldn't get that one wheel to spin. I've made it through there multiple times. This time I'm just rushing. I could probably make it back through there. If you go back to my video on riding my Kawasaki bayou, I'll put that at the end. I did. I made it through that mud pit. So thanks for watching. Peace.